What makes a great archer? Is it your bow? Is it the arrows you shoot? Is it the medals you've won? Or is it the ones you failed to attain? Is it the bullseyes you've hit? Or is it the ones you've missed? My name is Steven Lopez, and this is my quest for gold. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Quest for Gold. My name is Steven, and I invite you to join me on my channel as I document my journey attempting to reach the pinnacle of archery. Along the way, I'll be uploading some training videos, some tournaments and events that I might be attending, some product reviews of things that I'll buy and try along the way, and just archery in general, to be honest. So a little bit about myself. My name is Steven. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. Lived there for about 9 years. Then my family moved to Puerto Rico, so that's where I grew up. So down in Puerto Rico, when I was growing up, there wasn't really a lot of talk about archery, especially not as a target sport, or archery in general, aside from probably fictional characters that you see in movies like Legolas or like Robin Hood, stuff like that. So I actually saw my first bow in person when I was visiting Florida. It was at a Bass Pro Shop, and that's where they had the compound bows, the hunting bows, and that's when I touched one for the first time, to be honest. And I've always really had a connection to archery. I remember when I was a little kid just grabbing sticks and trying to tie it up to make like a pretend bow or whatnot when I was little. So I've always had kind of like a connection, even in like video games and stuff like that. I'm always inclined to choose a long distance like archer or paladin, whatever you want to call it, depending on the game. But yeah, so I bought my first bow, which was a compound bow, in 2013. And even with all the rave of the Olympics, I still hadn't heard about Olympic recurve archery. So back in 2013, after I bought my first bow, I started researching online and just browsing the web, to be honest. You know, grip placement, how to shoot, anchor, and all that stuff for a compound bow. And lo and behold, there they are, all the information in the world about Olympic recurve archery, and it just snapped, it clicked, you know, like something that I wanted to do, and something that had no age restriction, or you didn't have to be really young to, you know, compete in these sports. Of course, it helps to be training from a young age, but it was something that, hey, you might have a shot of doing. It was something that I wanted to do, but really never pursued back then. So in 2014, I was living in California at the time, and that's when I actually purchased the bow that I use today. It's a Hoyt Formula XL Pro. Just shooting it in the backyard, back in California, at the small archery range that I could go to. It was awesome. To be honest, it was awesome. Shooting the first arrow at that pro shop back in, I believe it was Riverside Archery. Just letting that first one go, I'll never forget it. It was awesome. So I knew I was immediately hooked. I didn't care what the price was. I needed it. I wanted it, so I got it. Fast forward, let's say 2 big moves, and probably 2 trips overseas. Finally took my first step this year in March. Took my first lesson down at Nashville, Music City Archery. Awesome club, super helpful people. I'm blessed to have had them as my first coaches, because super knowledgeable, help you with whatever. They don't care what's going on around them. They'll stop what they're doing to just, you know, help you, coach you. You know, I've gone in there several times, and they just, you know, they're just awesome. Just to be blunt, they're just awesome. So if you're in the area, I totally recommend them. Not sponsored by them or anything. I just shoot there, and I love shooting there. So yeah, so it was a big step for me. I was really nervous the first day because, you know, you practice at home and you think you know everything, but You really don't. And just to have somebody look over you and, you know, teach you what you're doing to a better extent, and just a more knowledgeable person teaching you the right way to do things. That way when you do come back home, you can practice that and you can become more efficient and more consistent at what you're doing. So that was back in March. That's when I officially started. I shot in their spring league that they had. I took second place in that. And I shot in June, the Tennessee State tournament, which Music City Archery hosted. I didn't place high on that. I scored a 315 out of 720, which is, you know, compared to the high athletes, horrible. But, you know, it was my first time outdoor. It was super windy. First outdoor tournament, first tournament in general. So nerves had me a little bit, but my goal was a 310 out of 720, and I beat my own goal. So that's always a good thing. It's something that I've learned along the way, and that I'll probably be uploading some videos on, is goal setting. Just baby steps to get you there. So yeah, so just a little bit about myself, where I come from, what my background is in archery. Not a lot. Pretty much just picked up the bow, shot in the backyard, and now I'm just learning along the way. I thought it'd be fun to document this. That's just a little bit about myself, what I want to do with this. Maybe somebody will watch this who's just picked up the bow just like I did. It's never too late to learn. It's never too late to you know, shoot that first arrow. And that's really the message that I want to send with these videos and this channel in general, is no matter how old you are, no matter your state of being, because believe it or not, we have a Paralympic archery team that they're beyond amazing. We have a guy that's the armless archer, who no arms and still, you know, just nails the middle. So it's an amazing sport. It's a real individual sport. You can customize all your gear, and I'll be talking about my gear probably on the next episode. But yeah, any questions, comments, feel free to comment below. Like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and join me on this journey, and see you next time. Thank you for watching this video and joining me this week on my quest for gold. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell, that way you get notified of new videos. You can also follow me on my Instagram account @Lopez09. I'll leave that in the description box below. Shoot straight, stay on target.